Mumbai is colorful. It's require all the colors because Mumbai you saw mini India. In India there are a lot of states, lot of territories. We can see mixture of people in Mumbai. That's all. We can't able to describe Mumbai in a one color, but my image in my imagination, I choose blue.
I think it's a rainbow. I wouldn't point out any particular color, but it's a mix of colors. It's a rainbow, really a rainbow. Yeah, because I find all aspects of it. You find the low socio-economic, the poor, the illiterates, the literates, the highly technically qualified, educated. It's a mixed group. So I wouldn't, point out as a or identify some kind of a color as such. But I think it's a combination of all this, and it is growing. It is growing.
Mumbai is a metropolitan city. So many people from all sides of India, they are coming. They are settling here. Why people they are from rural area? For example, here we can see unity and diversity in Mumbai. That is from northern part, eastern part, southern part, from all parts of India. People will be there in Mumbai. Why they have come from all parts for getting job? In Mumbai, anybody they will get a job.
Mumbai is of course a colorful city. There is a one famous sentence about Mumbai. Mumbai never sleeps. So this is the main inspiration for whoever comes to Mumbai. So when we sleep, when we feel tired. But here, the atmosphere in Mumbai, which never allows you to sleep, because you see lot of opportunities. So that is why you feel like working many hours, no tiring situation at all. So that means you are always enthusiastic. So that is why we say that Mumbai never sleeps.
So Bombay, what is the speciality? Here there is security is there, freedom is there. Comparing to that rural area and all, there is no freedom and all, there is no job. But here the people, those who can do bad things, they can do, but those can do good things. So here, this is the safest place. This is the best place in the world. Mumbai is one of the best cities.
City evolution in terms of the population has grown alarmingly high. The density of population proportionately grows, and we find a lot of migrants coming into the city. Bombay is always it's a very attractive proposition. We get a lot of migrants from the other parts of India and from other parts of the state to come to a city because it's an economic capital of India.
Different states people migrate to Mumbai to fetch a decent job opportunities. It is an island. The availability of land is less. It is due to a scarcity of land and all. People somehow manage to spend their life in a small places, and of course, like whenever you reach to your office, school, college, you need to travel by vehicle. So definitely there are more vehicles on the road, and traffic problem is common in Mumbai. Mumbai is a nice place, so Mumbai definitely teaches you to adjust with each and every situation. So that's the spirit of Mumbai. So many are attracted towards Mumbai because Mumbai is a mixture of urban, rural, there are many cultures staying together. So Mumbai is the fastest city in India. There is no problem of any typical situation here. Even if there are too many sounds coming like horn, buses, trains, but that also encourages a lot. And once it becomes habituated, then I think nobody bothers about it. So that is a special thing.
The good part about the city is its people. They are not rude and they are helpful. They come together for the crisis moment, as we have seen in various crises which happened in the Mumbai city. That is the real spirit of Mumbai. It never sleeps. So people keep working here all the night. You can see everything in Mumbai city. You can see children are dying without food, and you can see in the same city obesity. People are taking too much food, and there are also a case of malnutrition due to obesity. You can see another city, Mumbai, which have millionaires and billionaires in the world. We have people residing in Mumbai who came into the richest people's list into the world. So we have those people also having millions of money spent on the houses, and on the contrary, beside their bungalows, beside their huge lifestyle living buildings, you can see the slum is residing. That is the very stark difference you can see, inequality. In Mumbai like city, we never feel a danger on the roads. Beside there are poor people, because being a poor and being a violent and being unethical are two different things. We can't say that poor means he's made for violence. Poor means he's made for theft. Poor means he's thief. It is not like that. So even the people are poor, they believe that they should do their work dignified, and they have their own dignity. If poor means they have less income, they have less money, but they have more dignity, they have more ethics, and they have more values. So we can walk peacefully in Mumbai without attacks, without having any theft.
The city's current population is 14 million. 14 million is a very big number, and it's an island, so it is very closely congested, and with high density of population like this, and 60% of the population living in slums. A situation like slum, closely congested population, unhygienic situations, poor nutrition, which are all conducive for transmission of diseases, particularly the communicable diseases, and that is how it is prevalent in such a situation in slums like Mumbai. More common diseases here which are prevalent in slums like Mumbai is basically tuberculosis, leprosy, and communicable diseases, of course, malaria, HIV. So these are more public health problems. These are more national public health problems. At the same time, they are, of course, city problems which are harboring, and there are seasonal outbreaks of some of these diseases.
The slum is typically deprived of a very basic facilities of good living conditions. They do not have access to drinking water, good drinking water. They do not have sanitation facilities. There are heaps of garbage here and there. There is no cleanliness. They do not have a good housings. There are people, more than 15 or 20 people living in one room. So they do not get any access to the medical facility, no basic civil hygiene and sanitation facilities are available to them.
Land is very precious. Because of paucity of land, and land is very valuable here in a city like Bombay, and very precious, and therefore this type of marginalized people have no housing, access to housing, proper housing, and so these are all encroachment upon the land, authorized land, and then this is how the slums are growing. And of course there are other reasons for expansion of slums or maintenance of slums. There are other reasons which I don't want to go into, but this is how the slums have been proliferating. But there are contrasting slums, good looking, decent, organized slums, very disorganized, very unhygienic slums, three-tier, too closely congested, dangerous, risky. You see, again, there are a lot of issues like, migration of population within the slum, inter-slum migration. Sometimes disasters, fire, and then demolition by the authorities, by the municipal authorities. If there are illegal encroachments, illegal occupation, these are demolished. So the whole population is migrated. And then they are on the streets. They don't know how to go, where to go. Then they go and form another slum somewhere outside. So the slum has a different culture altogether. And with the redevelopment, slum rehabilitation scheme, people are given affordable housings, dwellings, tenements. But the nature of people is such that when you give them better housing conditions, they prefer to come back to the slum conditions. Because they are brought up like that. And they would like to make money from the tenements. So that culture has to gradually disappear, and more better housing situations should come up as the slum disappears. So it will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of time in a city like Bombay.
Now, in almost in each and every part of India, so Mumbai is also not an exception. So the gap is rapidly increasing. The rich becomes a richer and poor becomes a poorer. Actually, globalization is definitely related to economy, and world has come together because of globalization. Because free trade, free market economy is the character of globalization. Of course, globalization can bring the economic prosperity of any country. So now India is economically better than most of the countries in the world. Most of the countries are facing recession, but India is not. But if you see the social system in India, it's very different. Like ancient culture, like still we follow the age-old caste system. So there is a discrimination among the groups. Still there are lower caste, higher caste, middle caste, the domination from higher caste to lower caste. Still there is a fight is going on. And it is very difficult to understand, despite the world changes, there is no change in India. The problems remains the same. The nature is same. So unless and until you remove the caste system in India, it will be difficult for us to bring the equal development. Despite the diverse culture exists in India, but India is still united and it will remain united. And though a number of problems are there, but At the same time, the spirit is there to fight against the social injustice and typical issues related to the societies like poverty, unemployment. These are all the problems. There are a number of things on which we need to work. That is, a rate of migration is too high. Population is also obviously biggest issue. So the thing is that the efforts are on from the government as well as from the NGO sector to create the awareness among the people for achieving a certain life standards. So obviously health, education, these are some areas where we need to improve a lot.
No dia anterior, Mark, Amrita, Georgina e Stacy participaram de uma busca por crianças trabalhando em fábricas. Agora eles querem saber como elas chegam a essa situação. Eles visitam uma escola de crianças recuperadas, financiada por uma entidade assistencial.
Every one of these was working in a factory.
Yeah.
They seem like really young here. What's the average age?
Mostly the children from 9 to 12. 13, 14.
It's not all, is it?
Além de estudar, as crianças também moram aqui.
These all your things? These all your belongings? Yeah? He's got, this is where he just keeps all his drawings and his crayons and his wash bag, his clothes, all his bits.
Stacy quer saber como as crianças começam a trabalhar.
If you don't mind, Mohammed, where's your mom and your dad? Where's your family?
घर पे रहते हैं मेरे माँ पिता घर पे रहते हैं मैं यहाँ पे अकेला
Your mum and your dad, did they send you to the slum to work? Did they tell you to go?
मेरा गांव का आदमी था वो बोला चलो बम्बई में जारी का काम करना इतना पैसा मिलेगा इसलिए मेरे माँ बाप ने बोला जाओ मैं आ गया नहीं ठीक
You miss your mum and dad, Mohammed?
नहीं आती है क्योंकि यहाँ पे अपना ही घर जैसा लगता
Sorry. Mohammed has just been here for 2 months and he before then he used to work in a factory in the slum where we've been hanging out, like today and yesterday. That's where he was working, in like an embroidery factory. And the boss of the factory that he was working used to beat him up. He used to beat him up really bad, so he ran away. Just like his baby. And he got beaten up by a grown man. It just makes you feel sick.
Enquanto as meninas conversam com as crianças, Mark utiliza a comunicação masculina.
फिर 1-2 दिन के बाद में और दुकान में तो मैं गया नहीं ना तो फिर पेड़ के ऊपर लटकाया मुझे और गुड़गा वो पानी डाल देने हाँ तो फिर उन्होंने बोले इसको यही पनिशमेंट देंगे सुबह के पानी से मक्खी चींटी आम के बच्चे पड़ती है उनका के
I'm gonna go mad here. This is just horrific. Okay, fair enough that these kids have been like rescued, but what about the rest of them? There's hundreds out there, thousands of kids out there in India working in garment factories and just it's just all too much. If you came here and you didn't want to go home and do something, you would be the wicked witch of the world. Like, there's no way you can come here, hang out with these like wicked, amazing kids, and just think,
never forget that.
That's not me. See ya.
I think that, we see it in the news like every single week, about sweatshops and child labour and stuff, and you look at it and you completely forget about it the next day and you just don't think about it. But I think because we've been here and we've heard their stories, which are like absolutely horrific, I don't think it's something that we'll be able to forget about at all.